Mm. Mm. Ah, shit. Mm. Yeah, actually, I caught this pop already. Oh no, no. I got all the resets yesterday. I don't have any more accounts to reset, so I didn't have to go that hard today. Mm. Oh, you got yours back? Yeah, try not to mm. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I mean these they know. They know they give out these resets because they know exactly what you're going to do. They know exactly what you're going to do with that. Mm. All right. Well, the Nasdaq kind of did everything I thought it would do last night. Of course, it popped back up. We got this big drop. We broke this trend line. You can see that they're retesting that trend line now, but price is above all the EMAs. So if we do get a pullback, it's highly likely that we will see price continue to go up to the upside. I've already made my maximum daily profit for the day, so to the sim I go. To the sim I go. Hmm. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Hmm. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about MFF? You said if they lower their prices about $10 more, they would be in game. Yeah, honestly, I thought their original prices was perfect. I don't know why they switched it up on the starters. That was a perfect price. Man. Hold on. Ugh. Like, where the heck is my pen? All right. All right. So I mean, we'll look at Nasdaq, but uh, it's not a surprise that price is rejecting off of that trend line. But uh, unless you're scalping, I don't think this is a real short. Not just yet. Not until we get a close underneath the EMAs. Not until we see that close. But bump that. We in gold, baby. Bump that. Gold says she moving. Gold says she's moving. All right, got one target hit. Love to see it. Love to see it. Man, I've really been enjoying gold, man. Ever since I started trading gold, life has just been beautiful. Sunshines and rainbows. Hmm. I want to make sure I all right. That's all right. Cool. We got all of our targets hit. I mean, I was able to catch this move, the pullback, and I was able to, to get back in and double dip into this. I'm catching this on my MFF account right now. I'm about to get my targets hit. Right now, I'm up $2,300 in my MFF account. All right, cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. Cool. All right. So I mean, shit, we made about I just made $2,300 here. I made $2,000 in my other account, and I made about $2,000 in the sim with this move going up. So great trade in with CL. I'm not CL, my bad. Gold. Great trade. Great trade. Great trade. I'm gonna close this down for the. So my goal with my MFF accounts is just to make 700, or to really make $600 a day, but no more than 700. That's my goal in these accounts. I don't necessarily plan to try to pass them in one day. I just kind of want to be just consistent, just coming in every day, looking for setups, being consistent, turn that into a habit so I don't have to think about it. Okay. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be a reversal or anything on the Nasdaq here. Uh, Look at my levels real quick. So I mean, the closest level that we got is actually right here. Hmm. Hmm. I think this is the first week that all my accounts that I've traded this week is ending green. I think I'm going to leave it that way today. I usually have one bad day in one account, but all this week I've built so this week I've built, so I mean, I guess I can show y'all guys. So this week I built, I don't know if y'all can see that. I built this account to 10K. I built this account to 8K, and I built this account to 5K. So I just been being consistent and going in with a max daily profit and not overseeding it. As I guess I see the difference, and my inner gambler hates that. I'm not going to sit here and say that it doesn't. I want to be able to gamble and trade the way I want to trade, but unfortunately, I guess it's not set up that way. I guess over trade, getting one good trade a day, not trading past your maximum daily profit. Um, I I haven't blown an account this week. As crazy as that sounds, I haven't blown one. And I usually always at least blow one, at least one. So let's see if we can get a move back up to retest this trend line. Maybe I guess we did get a rejection from this trend line that we drawn from last night. Mm, mm. Mm. I wonder what the heck that was. I don't see nothing on financial juice or anything. Mm. All right, so we have the 9 o'clock algo. We got some news at 9. If I recall, we have some housing news. We got some housing news at 9. Or no, we have the Michigan consumer expectation, the consumer sentiment, and the consumer inflation expectation coming out in the next 5 minutes. So we should see some fireworks off that news for sure. What the hell is that?
You can shoot with this one, but you still need to properly size. This is not going to work. And this is what a lot of people do when they suddenly get a prop account, is they think that they're working with something a lot bigger than they are, but you're really working with that same small account drawdown. So treat it like your own small account if you want to be serious and keep it growing. This is what I see everybody doing. It really is.
That's interesting. All right. I mean, if they're giving out free accounts, they're giving out free accounts. Mm.
Is that there's always
That's interesting. I mean, I know that we. I want to evolve alive. Okay. I already got 8 seconds before the fireworks. We'll see what size the market chooses to go. Yeah, there we go. There we go, baby. There we go. There we go.
All right, Jesse. I know that you're very big on like grid mentality, grid emotions, not letting like a trade like defeat you. Can you talk to our audience a little bit about that and what helps you?
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, right, it's very easy for us because this is
Hold
like a
on. You
performance
was
sport
shorting that
to have
you was
one
shorting that, Alfred?
trade really get us down. Like one trade,
Huh.
one day, one really bad day could really
Or I
just
guess maybe I should have
mentally
talked about why I
destroy us
went
for
long.
days or even a couple weeks. But the
I mean,
reality
you got
is, if
all
you've
this
been
liquidity
doing
right
it
here.
long enough,
You got a
one
break of
trade,
structure, a
one day,
pullback,
1 week,
another
even
break of
1 month
structure.
doesn't truly
This is a trap
define
right here.
us as a trader
This is
when
a
we go
trap.
back and look at our stats, right? So like if you're profitable, so right, if you had a really good year in 2024,
So yeah, that was never
2025 you're
going
starting off
down.
a little rough, that doesn't necessarily define you as a trader. It's just a
That
rough
was
start
never
to the
going down.
year. So we have to think of it
Ah,
more of like a bigger supply of data and not just the microscope of watching, oh, I had a bad week, oh, I had a bad couple months.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel like helps you like come back? Like Do you feel like it's just like telling yourself that it's okay and next day will be better, or how do you like process?
I love that question because it's one of those things that I talk about often, right? How do you come back from the red? It's simple. It
Everybody was
sounds
short.
simple, but I know it is difficult to apply. It's the simple fact that I know I can make it back. Like earlier, I heard somebody say that no one trade should wreck you. No one trade, should destroy you. I had once years ago, I had a great month of November. And then the very last day of November, I gave back the entire month's profit, thousands of dollars, thousands. This was years ago. And at that point, I think that was kind of like a turning point in that aspect for me, because I made it back and some, of course, moving forward. And that's when I said to myself, well,
it looks like gold wants to reject
this week, because you're still the same trader that
looks like I should. I mean, my original thesis was at 95 and I should have kept it. I did take a little profits earlier than I expected in that MFF account because I hit maximum daily profit in that.
Back a whole year's profit, major tilt. That's, you can come back from that.
But it looks like gold wants to. It looks like this thing wants to keep trending down. It looks like the bulls have just completely given up on gold right now. So
today I'm nicely in the green and I've passed a few accounts. So I've been doing this for almost 9 years, and tilt is still a part of something that I'll fight every so often, but not like it used to be, right? So like it used to be, I go on tilt all the time. Now I might go on tilt twice, 3 times a year at most, but I'll catch myself when I'm on that tilt and I'll pull the reins back before it gets out of hand.
I love that.
I forgot about the news.
I feel like as you grow and as you develop, you also learn how to come back quicker.
Yeah,
But
I mean, aren't you tired of that?
Question that I would like to know.
Aren't you tired of that?
Do you feel like you lead more on intuition or do you lead more on logic?
No, logic. As far as intuition goes for me, I would have to. The only time I really kind of apply it is when I see.
Honestly, I'm surprised that did any of my targets just get hit?
With the news all coupled together, giving me the setup. And a good case of that was this week, about 2 days ago, when Donald Trump came out, right, and he said that, well, the news came out and they said that he was going to be rolling back on those tariffs, pulling back and folding. I saw that, right, and we saw.
Yeah, that looks like that's going to dump. Well, so this actually looks like this could go either way.
Deeper. I actually heard
this is definitely a triangle right here on gold.
And then I coupled all of that.
This is definitely a triangle right here
with the chart.
It can definitely go either way. So
I initially
we'll see. You got triangle stops here.
And was red,
we'll see what side gold chooses, but I see this range. I see this breakdown.
With that trade,
I see the stop dots here.
Minus my loss.
My gut is telling me short.
It was a banger of a trade.
My gut is, you know what, man?
That was me.
My gut is telling me short
because the market.
My gut is telling me short.
But people on social media were saying one thing, and everybody was focused on one direction. And I thought to myself, no, the macro and the chart is telling me something different. And I went the opposite and nailed a really good trade overnight.
Wow. Okay. That's a great story. That's amazing.
All right. Let me see if I was right here.
Can you
or if I'm about to get stopped out and I should have stayed in my damn trade.
So earlier I actually took this trade right here. We popped into this 360 zone. And if we scroll back here a little bit, you can see this zone was previously a level of support.
Okay, well.
Right? You can see it here in the overnight.
I guess I should have stayed in my long then, huh?
New highs of the session. We pulled in, held just above it.
I should have stayed in my long.
We know the range now is much bigger than it's been in some time. So we're holding, this is your support bottom here. Right here we have like a little pivot support.
I should have stayed in my long.
Here, support here. And then this morning, I started to notice, if you zoomed in, because I'm big on support and resistance.
And this is kind of why I don't. This is why I don't flip sides.
We started to notice we were making those lower.
I'm glad that was in the sim, and that's probably. I mean, that's the only reason why I kind of closed it. And
initially, we had a quick reaction to the upside. I was actually
this is why I don't. This is why I don't flip. This is why I don't
trade from my phone, so I didn't
break even. Like, because right now the emotions that I'm feeling right now is not necessarily regret, but it's like, man, I had a good entry,
and then we came all the way back down here. We started to bounce lightly. When we started to bounce lightly, I actually put out some orders right in here.
And I would have gotten my
360 zone to
target
short.
hit.
I didn't get any fills, obviously.
Or yeah, I would have got one of the targets hit.
About it. I was mad.
One of my targets would have got hit.
Are always something that we're
my other target would have been up here.
I was upset. It's easy to FOMO when you're like that, but I just said, okay, you know
right,
what?
Whatever,
if this
man.
Trade idea is good.
Well, at least my Nasdaq trade is working out.
Back a little bit. I'll have
I stayed true with my Nasdaq trade, and
at least one shot. And
all right, there we go. We got the first target hit.
And then
now we're going to try to go for these other targets.
This quick pop
I mean, the final boss for the bulls are going to be that trend line.
Grabbing a short order right here. I put a couple orders out. They got filled. When we started to reject, I added and I took profits into this move to the downside here. So that was a really nice trade for me this morning. It's been the only trade I've taken this morning in my funded accounts.
Awesome.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions for Jesse, please add those in the chat. If you want to know anything specific about his trading setups,
all right, so that's the range.
Know.
Is that a breakout?
Right now, I'm just looking to see if we're
is that
keep
a pullback there? I mean, obviously it's pulling back, but is it pulling back to the EMAs so the bulls can buy it?
Anyways,
I mean, the RSI is still kind of in the middle of the range. So
if we're going to get a push back up here. If we do get a push back up here into this 550, then I'll be more interested in seeing if we're going to have a short setup or not. Otherwise, I think we might just get choppy.
Well, Gainway, sometimes it does work.
Yeah, it looks
it's
like
kind of lining right up with my ES level too. The 5532 is kind of in the same relative spot with those overnight levels on Nasdaq. We're all thinking the same thing today.
Yeah. I mean, the levels are clear. The levels are there. The only thing that we're seeing is that the ranges are big. So they're not going to be to the penny, right? Like if we're thinking, resistance here, it might pop up into.
All right, so we do got a trend line here. We do got a trend line here on gold.
Something I wanted to ask you and like to ask everyone is what does your preparation look like every day or just around trading in general?
That's what I love about trading futures. When I traded equities, my preparation on the morning was so much longer because it was sit down, look at my scanners, make a
short
list of
entries doesn't
stocks, then go see if there's news on why they're gapping up, why they're gapping down, draw out my technical analysis. It was just a lengthy morning. Now
that guy Forrest, it seems like everybody that he brings on, he wants everybody to say that we journal,
right?
We do that little TikTok trend at 5 a.m. We wake up, we dunk our head in a bowl of cold ice water for discipline. We write in our journal about our feelings, and then we attack the day. It seems like that's just all.
Very, very detailed.
That's what he's all focused about, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it just kind of comes off elitist.
Catalyst specifically here,
and that's what it kind of comes off to me. So it's because based on something else that he said earlier, or in the earlier streams, he said something about, I know none of y'all guys don't write in your journal, and I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, why would he feel the need to say that? I mean, I don't necessarily write in the journal, and for the most part, I'm pretty consistent.
Trading for a long time as well.
If I would stop gambling, I would clean a prop firm out.
Take a little bit more time. Getting ready in the morning.
No, I always
a journal is a tool. It's not necessary, but it's definitely a tool. It is a helpful tool, a powerful tool.
For example,
but
we can look at a chart.
You don't got to be an asshole about it.
We can spot a chart pattern if you're a chart pattern trader rather quickly. A new trader might take a while, like this 15-minute chart that I just popped up here.
So I think gold is going to pop. I don't think the bears are going to. I don't think the bears are going to
see it. But initially this morning we
are going to break past this trend line unless they do.
Head and shoulders pattern. You see the.
It looks like they want to pop up above this range right here and break out. That's what it looks like.
That's when we had that big.
We'll wait and see what the price does
here into this previous support zone.
Wait and see.
A newer trader might.
All right, so we got one contract left.
To see that, I saw that on my phone. Not even on a platform.
So kind of recapping this trade.
Futures.
The reason why I took this long is because obviously looking to the left, we got a double bottom here. We got price breaking structure.
the less
pulling
experience
back
you
and then
have, the
breaking
longer it
structure
takes you,
again,
but that's the beauty of this. As
and
long as you
price sweeping the
dedicate
liquidity
time,
underneath this low.
you've put hours in these
So
charts
I started building
throughout
a position.
time, years, you'll
I
get
got
there.
both of my limits
That's kind of what
filled,
I was talking about a little bit.
and
where
I
I like to
was
focus
almost stopped
on
out of
one
this.
setup at a
I think
time.
I was
And I think we're
4
always in a
points
rush
about
to
being
get it
stopped
all
out of
done
this
and get
for,
to the finish line.
but
But if you
I was able to get
focus
my
on one
targets
thing
hit
at a
on this
time
thing,
and
and
get
now I just
really,
got my
really great
runner.
at it, it makes
I am also looking
everything
for a
easier. It
short.
makes your prep easier and your trading easier.
I am looking for a short
So,
here.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
that approach.
It's
So actually,
Because I see that
go ahead.
this
Go
is
ahead,
a
Justin.
big
No,
move
go ahead.
down.
I
If
actually
price
did
comes
get
into
a
this, I do
question
kind
in
of
the
expect
chat for
for.
all of you guys. And the question says, please, Barbie, Forrest, and Jesse, what was the real change you had? What changed that made them profitable? What behaviors changed? What changed when you started to see profits? I believe that's the question.
You guys want to go first?
I think Jesse should go first. You're our guest.
Yeah, all right, thank you. Well, I smiled when I heard the question because I had a live stream this Wednesday, and someone, I don't remember, somebody asked a question or somebody asked a similar question, and it just allowed me to go on a rant about that. There, to me, anyways, there's no real aha moment, no turning point. There was no day that everything just lit up, right? That light just shined, and I was like, oh, I figured it out. I'm a profitable trader now. We're always learning. The market is always teaching us. If you're not a
Gain
student
weight
of the
on
market,
the stream.
always, the market
What you're
has a
looking at is
funny
my
way of
entry chart.
humbling. Like the day that you're like, oh, that's it. I'm
But
practically
on
a
my
hedge
other
fund
screens,
trader.
I am looking at the
That's
higher
the day
time
that you
frame.
blow up the accounts. That's the day
Oh,
you lose
higher tick
$10,000.
chart, higher tick
And
charts.
and the
No,
market
we
just
don't
humbles
trade
us.
on time around here.
It's just always been
We trade on
as a
transactions,
trader, I've
baby.
always just been evolving year after year after year. You know,
We
I've
trade on
gotten better at
transactions.
certain things. I've maybe gotten a little bit worse at other things. All as long as at the end of it all, I total out and I'm green and I'm profitable, then I was successful. But I don't believe, at least for me personally, that there's an aha moment. There could be individual aha moments.
The only time chart that I look at is this hourly chart.
Your psyche,
And
and that catapults you to
this
the
is
next
only
level.
I only use this
But when you're
for
at that
a
next
central
level,
direction,
there's
see what the
going to
market
be
wants to do.
another aha
I mean, right
moment
now price
as
is
you
at this
grow as a
high.
trader. That's at least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
We got a range right
I agree
here.
with that completely. That was
I
kind of what I was
mean,
going to say. I wasn't
we're
like
gonna
one
probably
day
need
I
some
woke
Trump
up and
news
became
for price to break
profitable.
out above this
It
range.
was like over time, I got really, really
because
good
we got
at doing this trade. And then I was like,
we got
okay, I
this
can
range
add
right
another.
here.
And then I got really,
We
really
got this
good
breaker
at
structure
doing
down,
that trade.
and then
so
now we
I've
have
had
price
light bulb
pulling back
moments
into this
where
range right
all of
here.
a sudden support
So,
and resistance trading made
what's
sense. Or
what's highly
all of a
likely to
sudden I
happen is a
understood,
pullback,
like, oh, that's why
probably
we don't
lower,
buy
because
that
remember,
high,
we
but
still
we
got
can
that
buy
gap to
this
fill.
high and things like
We
that. So
still
I've had
got
little light
liquidity
bulb
around like
moments where
180,
some
190
skill or
ish.
technical analysis situation made sense
I
to
mean,
me.
unless the market
It
wants to
became a lot
break past
easier,
this range,
but it
and
wasn't
if
one
we
day I
do see
became
a
profitable.
a
It's like
range
these
break,
things build over time, and then if
not
you
chasing
just
this
keep focusing, you don't focus on the profit so
that
much. You
move
don't.
up, but
I mean,
just
we come
waiting
into
for
this
that
like, well, I
pullback
want to make $500
and
a
seeing
day,
if
or
the
I want
bulls
to
are
make
going to
$1,000
hold,
a
and
day.
that's going to be
But
that
we
winning
need to
trade that
focus
everybody's
on,
going to be
I
wanting
want to
to
get really, really good
actually
at
wait
this, because
for
if you focus
and
on
participate
getting
in.
really,
So
really, really, really good
we'll
and
see what
focusing
happens
on the
here, man.
charts and what you're
We'll
actually
see.
doing, the profits come. Because once you have the skills that
You
you
said
need,
ES is kind of
then
pulling
you
back into
look
that
at how
area
you
too.
can leverage that and put that to work in the market. But you can't put the cart before the horse. And I think that's what a lot of people think. It's just going to be this light bulb moment where all of a sudden everything's in order.
What if I have
Exactly.
a really well-trained horse that's as good at pushing carts?
I have a well-trained horse too, and he's a
But so far, it does look like the Bears are wanting. But honestly, with the Nasdaq, shit, I don't even trust her. I mean, she has rejected 3 times off of this trend line that we drawn last night. We got a break here. We got a rejection here and a minor rejection right here. So far, so good in this trade. We're up about 35, 40 points. Uh, ugh. No, that's fine. We'll see what they do here at the 50 and VWAP. We'll see what they do here. All right, so we are seeing that bounce at the 50 EMA right here. And they are bouncing it here. Usually when we see that, I mean, technically, this is still trending. So I guess we could see a push back up. We could see a push back up here.
Videos a week, and I do a few live streams every once in a while. Did one last week, did another one this week.
Wow.
So who knows? Maybe we'll do another one
But it
next week.
sounds like,
give
dude,
away
that
some
thing just
accounts
slipped
as
my order
well.
like that.
Nice. Thank you so much, Jesse. Have a
Thank
great
you
day.
guys. Have a good one.
All right, so now we got these trend line stops for gold to
All
run here.
right. I hate it when our guests leave.
We got
he
these
was
trend
fun.
line stops that
Yeah, he was so great. I loved him. Amazing.
price can run right
Okay,
now.
well, do you guys have any final thoughts? Anything you want to say? We're coming close to the end. We might have Luke back. I'm not so sure. He's kind of upset, but maybe he'll come back in.
What do we need? Do we need more likes? What are we going for? How
I
do we bring
think
Luke back? Likes?
Yeah, I think
Like
we
the
need more.
stream.
You know,
more
it's
content
interesting,
and more
dude.
views. Come on,
Dude, that's
and then we're
interesting.
also building a community, guys.
That is so
we're actually
interesting.
trying to build something where we can all come,
So
learn, grow,
the Adana
and
girl,
help each
when that
other.
guy was
But
like, "Yo, tilt your
I know it takes time to
tilt your
build, but
camera down or
that's our
whatever,"
goal.
and then
So
she started
if you want
smiling
to be a
because
part of
obviously
that,
because she
please
liked the
join us. We're
attention.
here every
And
week,
it's
Monday
interesting
through
that she's
Friday.
wearing that shirt today.
So
It's
yeah.
it's so interesting that that's the shirt that she
All right,
chose to
I'll
put on
hand it
today.
to you guys. Any final thoughts?
Interesting.
Anything you want to share?
Sure. So I guess I'll just, we had the 10 a.m. candle. Let's talk about what formed. Let's just actually go to the one here real quick. So you can see here, 9 to 10 a.m. goes here in just the first 20 minutes of this next candle, right?
It says the chat has been behaving super good today.
Ladder session.
So I mean,
BP
obviously
here,
this is a
went
thing.
and retested the point of control,
Oh,
right?
crap.
So it went and seeked out that major liquidity area. If we stay under on the bottom side of this, right, we'll do like a lowercase b shape.
So well, looks like
should give
okay,
us
looks
some
like
continuation
yeah.
lower, probably.
So we caught two great trades.
Next week,
actually,
right?
this is like what our
today,
fourth
right?
or
So if we
fifth
just
good
pin,
trade today.
and pinning means
We caught two trades on
come
gold.
down and we just build a bunch of value here,
We're
but
currently in a
actually
gold
leaves the
short right
range. We just
now.
have a range day.
We caught this Nasdaq short, got a
V-shaped
perfect
VP
entry.
where all of the
I mean,
bias
you can't
forms
get any
lower
more perfect than
usually
that.
gives us a
Perfect
continuation
entry.
that way, right? Especially
Obviously,
when
for
we're at
me,
an
it's
edge
blasphemous
right now, right? So
to
if we
take
zoom
my
out,
profits before
we're at a
targets.
relative edge
But I
of the
mean, if you're in
market,
this with me,
okay?
obviously,
So in
you
this
take your own
range,
targets
this
at your own
relative range
discretion.
here, we went and traversed it. We're back to the top edge, right? So shorts up here are enticing to me in general across higher time frames. Inside of this session, though, still tight, still choppy. We're not really getting any fast candles. It mean reverted. So I personally am not too keen to really look for much here today. Again, most of my trades I'm holding for a few hours. I just want to get in and just let them cook.
I wonder if Smith was up all night last night.
So that setup isn't necessarily there for me just yet. There was this little short scalp. I did take that again, which technically, I mean, I shouldn't have even taken that one, but I'll beat myself up later about it. That's all I'm thinking for today. We'll see. I feel like we're going to get a move here like right after we get off or at 11, to be honest.
Thank you, Boris. Actually, guys, I did get a word from someone saying that the chat behaved really, really well today. So thank you so much for asking the right questions and being here with us. And we're actually are going to give you guys, maybe I'm not going to give it away just yet, but we have something for you coming shortly.
I'll put my hat on for it since they were
Yeah. I'll put my sunglasses on for it too. Maybe we'll bring Luke in. Luke, you come and do the Luke.
Meet him. Where is he? Someone asked about the weekly close. Real quick, last Friday of the month, and when you have the monthly and the weekly candle closing at the same time, that 10. That's all I'll say there. But it is not.
Oh wait, say 40 more seconds on that.
Yeah. So when you have
I don't even understand how that even
and
happened.
the weekly closing on the same
I don't even
day,
understand how that even happened.
right? Which doesn't happen that often. You get really good option opportunities.
I don't even understand how the hell that even happened.
Yeah, just go look for yourself. But end of the month Fridays are also good. It can be good gamma trade days. I would look for like the afternoon for that, like 2 o'clock today.
And are you talking about like on what assets? On individual stocks? On
So I trade, yeah, good question. I trade just index options, right? So SPX,
Okay.
DX. You can trade like Apple options, Tesla, things like that. Those things will often have the same moves. But those candle closures, I kind of think of it as the candles are completing a story and they've run out of time, right? So you'll often get these.
All right, so gold
end of day impulses,
came back and stopped
especially
this
when
out for whatever
candles
reason.
The periods are overlapping with each other. It's just something that I've journaled and noticed across a long period of time. If you have, like, I've shared like my gamma, I have my playbooks in Notion. I've shared my community, and it's just one of the A+ setup criteria. It's just those time periods overlapping.
All right, so we got all of our targets hit except for one
All right.
on the Nasdaq. Great Nasdaq
Barbie,
trade.
you trade some options as well. Does the weekly and monthly close do anything for you?
Great Nasdaq trade.
That's not a trade in my playbook right now, but Forrest has
Perfect
inspired me. I
entry.
might have to go
You know,
look at
the
that
one thing
see
that I
if
like
can add
about both of the trades that we took on the
I do have an
Nasdaq is
end-of-day
that
iron
we
condor
allow
that
price to
we
come
have
to
been working
us
on in the trading range.
instead
so,
of
that's the one that's been my focus. We've been making
chasing
a lot of money
price.
on that one.
And because of that, we was able to
Awesome.
catch the move
All right.
up and then the move down.
It is Fabulous Friday. I would like to give a big thank you to our community.
Man, just
for
give out
being
the
here
account,
with
bro.
us. This is the end of week 2. It is coming to a close. If you're watching right now, I would like you to raise your hand. You're not doing an oath, but pat yourself on the back for caring enough to want to become a better trader, for joining this community, for listening to the advice from others, from spending time with friends, community, and most importantly with My Funded Futures. As a big thank you to all of you for being here with us and wanting to build with us and being a part of something that we're creating that, you know, you see a shell of today, but is going to become significantly larger over time. We have free accounts for you all. The rules of the road are simple. 1, you must be a subscriber on our YouTube channel to be eligible to win per usual. So if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. So for 50 free starter accounts, 50 starter accounts. Big thank you to the chat for behaving as Adona noted. Code is going on the screen now. 50 free accounts.
Go.
Jesse W Friday. These are your 50K starters. 50 of you out there are winning. Again, code is Jesse W Friday on the screen now. I'm going to put something else into the chat. Okay. I'm putting a code right now. Code. And there's the link. All right. Boom. I'll make sure it. Oh, man, my code got screwed up. All right. Code is going to go into the chat in a second here. If you were not one of the 50 who won a free account, don't worry. We may or may not have some more coming right around the corner next week. But today, deal ending today, we have $82 starter accounts. This is a plan that we very rarely discount. We did it for you all. People ask us for it. So $82 starter accounts. And Barbie, guess what the activation fee on this account is? Guess.
I think it's my favorite price, which
All right. So we don't need to listen to that no more. I thought that it was going to give away a starter plus today. So I had the starter pluses ready. Unfortunately, I had the, yeah. I should have known. All right. Well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. All right. Looks like we're going to get that target hit. And this is our runner contract. So, all right. Boom. All right. Great trade. We had two great trades on Nasdaq, two good trades on gold. Unfortunately, we got stopped out here, faked out on gold here. But I mean, that's fine. It's only a $600 loss, and that's why I really enjoy trading gold. The stop loss is big enough to where, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's also big enough to where I don't lose the account. So yeah, that's only gonna be gold. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. The question is, let me look at the higher time frame chart, the hourly chart. I mean, that is definitely a sell candle. The question is, are we going to see a break underneath this low? That's the question. So we've already got the market creating this range. We had a break of structure down. We had a retest of that range. And now we're seeing the bears come back in. So the question is, are they going to break that low right there? Are they going to break that low? Or is this going to be a fake out to get bears to overcommit here? I was considering shorting our entry from earlier, but I don't want to get trapped short. Do not want to get trapped short here. And I don't ever want to short this low either. I mean, unless we see like a big, but I mean, the clues are there that we could see a continuation here. We are making lower lows here. And we are making lower highs as well. So the clues are there. I don't know how the bulls, I mean, the bulls would have to break out. They would have to break out and then find support and then push back up if they want to be successful. The only thing the bears got to do is hold the top of this range right here. Hold the top of this channel. We got, this channel coming down. We got the 50 EMA sloping down. My trim money, my sim money is going to get trapped. My sim money, I need all of it. I need all of it. All right, so let's see if they're going to hold this. I'll start a position. I want to see if they hold this, hold the top of this channel. I'll start a position here. I'll add to this. All right, we'll see if they hold this. If we get a rejection here at the 21, and if not, we'll just take the loss because honestly, exactly where my stop is invalidates this trade. I mean, I guess we could see the market go up for VWAP, but what I'm looking at, that would definitely invalidate the trade. So that's a good stop out. That'll be a good stop. All right, so maybe we'll see what happens here because I think the market is about to do exactly what I think is about to do because we did get a breakout. They may actually use this as support. We do got the EMAs now trying to slope higher. We'll see. He said, Griffin Trade says, damn, they couldn't do it. I mean, this is bears we're talking about on the Nasdaq. These are Nasdaq bears. So we kind of have to expect that they're not going to really complete a rotation until the bulls say that they can. Until the bulls really get exhausted of buying. I mean, I guess if you really think about it, I mean, every time a tech stock dips, I mean, people's going to FOMO into it. I mean, you got companies like Amazon, Facebook, Tesla. If any of these companies dip, I mean, people are going to buy the dip on these companies. So, I mean, it makes sense why bears aren't going to be really successful on this instrument like this. But I mean, so far so good. But when the break even is support, that's usually a sign that you're on the wrong side. Yeah. And the break even is support. That's usually when you're on the wrong side of the market. We'll see. The bears are trying to sell it here at the 200 EMA. They're trying. They are definitely trying to hold this. I mean, that is definitely a signal candle right there, but on the Nasdaq, that shit don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything. Hmm. You know what? Yeah, I think the bears are going to fail here. I think they're going to fail. Yeah, I think they're going to fail here. As per usual for bears. I think they're going to fail. Yeah, okay. I guess, isn't this what you would call a bear flag right here or something like that? Hmm. And I just don't see this thing going back up though. I mean, yeah, I guess it can. Yeah, okay, I'll take that statement back. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it definitely can. Hmm, it definitely can. I mean, the question is, should I take the smaller loss or should I take my $800 loss? That's the question. You know what? I'm gonna stay in the position. I'm gonna stay in it. Um, I do think I'm gonna get stopped out. It's highly likely that I'm gonna get stopped out of this one. Uh, I thought the bears were gonna hold this because, obviously the market was downtrending, but I guess not. Okay. All right. So this is an $800 loss for me. If it actually touches the stop, which I mean, we can recover from. We can recover from an $800 loss. We can recover from that. Okay. Mm. Looks like the bears got two trend lines to break through on gold, though. Or maybe I'm drawing this wrong. Maybe I need to draw it like this. Hmm. Okay. All right, so we got a range right here. We got a range right there. Mm. All right, so mm. Mm. I mean, mm. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta play the waiting game on all these instruments. Gotta play the waiting game now. Hmm. Yeah, Investor Z. Honestly, I thought they was gonna do the starter plus. I didn't think they was gonna give away the starters. You got it. You got it. Mm. Yeah, they can keep their eval to lives. I've already said that I mean, I'll try to prolong going live with MFF as long as possible because not wanting to go live would suggest that I don't want to be successful. But I'm not going to fight for an eval to live account. They can keep that shit. And just as a reminder for any of those that want a eval to live with My Funded Futures, as soon as you pass that account, you are no longer able to trade a sim funded account. So if you have a sim funded account and it's your last day to pay out and you chose to pass the sim funded or the live to funded account, all that work will be gone. You will be removed from the community, and the only people that you'll be able to communicate with is the quote unquote risk manager live team. So just keep that in mind. All right, so you got stuck there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sucks, man. Yeah, honestly, I really don't know why. Well, I mean, obviously, people probably was gaming the system with the milestone accounts. The milestone accounts are probably the best uh roadmap to live. I mean, it was they literally put a carrot at the end of the stick at each phase. I mean, a $700 payout. I mean, it's decent. I mean, it's not gonna break the bank. I don't know why. But I guess $0 is always better than a payout. So. Yeah, as soon as I realized that there was no you couldn't even make money along the way, it was like, yeah, y'all can keep y'all accounts. And the crazy thing is that they were so excited to announce that. Why were y'all excited to announce that shit? Why was y'all excited? Oh yeah, that's probably why it didn't work. Cause I think, well, I don't know. But the way they made it seem is that the starter and the starter plus are two different types of accounts. So if you was on the starter plus, then the code probably wouldn't have worked. You know what, Gameway? You're absolutely right. The correct term is continue to be successful. Thanks for that, Gameway. Appreciate that, big dog. Continue to be successful. That's the correct term. Yeah, I know better next time. And oh shit, look at that Bitcoin. We haven't taken a Bitcoin trade in a while. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to give us an opportunity. Bitcoin is trending up higher. See if Bitcoin is going to give us an opportunity to be successful here, or for a trade. But it hasn't presented anything yet. Right now it's just trending, and honestly, I don't care to trade trending markets. All right, so gold wants to dump. I don't know what the hell it's doing. Just dump already. All right. You say you're going back to the ES? Well, I got to ask you this, Alfred. I felt that today the Nasdaq was kind of straightforward. What did you find challenging about the Nasdaq today? There we go, baby, in gold. Let's see if we can get a move back down to at least, oh yeah, 280, where my target's at. NQ wicked you to death. And this is why I love trading gold. I got back my money that I lost earlier in the stream. And this is why I enjoy trading gold, man. I don't have the best entry. I'm just trading the technicals. I mean, we got a break. I mean, price is highly likely. I mean, with gold, once she breaks, I mean, she's gone. She's a good girl that's gone forever. So that's the one thing that I really enjoy about trading gold. I can definitely see myself sizing up with gold. I mean, not even the perfect entry, and I'm up $700-800, breaking even on that loss that I had earlier today. Not even the best entry. That's why I love gold. All right. Let me rephrase that. Enjoy trading gold. I really enjoy trading gold. I really do. Honestly, Alfred, for whatever reason, I feel like the ES has been wicky. Look at all these wicks on the ES. Honestly, I've been looking at ES. I was looking to see if there was any opportunities on the ES that I could potentially trade, but at least for me this week, ES has kind of been a challenge to identify trades. Because if you notice, the ES has just been chopping. It's been chopping. And honestly, I don't know how anybody trades this right now. The ES is, this chart looks ugly. Look at all these wicks. And this is an 1800 tick chart on ES. This is not a smaller time frame. This is like a medium. I think this may be equivalent to a 5 minute, maybe 5-10 minute, potentially, who knows. But this is an 1800 tick chart on the ES. And we're getting all this chop and slop. Yeah. This is an ugly chart. This is a chart only a mother can love. That's how ugly this chart is. Yeah, this thing's been overshooting. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I should have saw that one coming because, I mean, it's not like it was moving down or anything. So, I mean, that's not necessarily something that I should. Yeah, I mean, it was like only 4 points. Yeah, whatever, man. Probably like 501. Yeah, I'm probably put it like at these stop dots right here and see if we can get like a pull back into that area. All right, so you know what, Alfred? Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what inspired this new. That's why I'm trading the way I'm trading now. I'm not gonna lie. It is tiring starting over. It is tiring. It's awesome when everything is working out and you're making a lot of money real fast. It's tiring once you get on day 5, 10, or whatever, and those accounts are gone, and then you find yourself digging in your wallet for a new account starting over. Yeah, that shit ain't fun. That's why I switched to gold. If I blow an account, well, shit, I've already blown an account on gold with Apex, and honestly, it wasn't even. I didn't even blow the account with trailing drawdown. I straight lost $7,500. I just straight lost it. Trading, going on tilt and trading gold like the Nasdaq instead of trading gold like gold. Yeah, I should get these targets hit. I mean, honestly, and I think, you know what? And another thing that I like about instruments like this is buying and selling into stops. I like that. But I do see that the RSI is right here at the buy zone here. So I could be playing with fire here, not taking profits, but I'm gonna play with fire here. Because I think the most that I'll probably see is a pullback, maybe back to this trend line, maybe back to the trend line, maybe back to this range. And then we'll see the bears come right back in this and try to sell this down. I see the stop dots right there. So I'm gonna put my my limit there and see if we'll see if the bears hold it. We'll see if they hold it here. All right. So I got limited into the Nasdaq. I kind of figured that with this range right here, we was going to see a breaker structure down. But we've tapped right back into this range. Same thing with ES. Actually, I didn't do the ES right. 501. 501. Well, I think that's probably not even going to be. All right, so we'll let this one play out. We'll see. Because, I mean, honestly, I just think this is the pullback. I mean, we've already got a breaker structure higher. You got that breaker structure. Oops. You got this breaker structure right here. I feel like this is potentially a pullback into this area. So, you know, more buyers can get into this, especially with this little range right here. Especially with that range right there. And you can see that the bulls tap the top of this range perfectly. We'll see. How'd you do on that? You're trading micro gold? Yeah, yeah. So Investor Z, I think I said this like a long time ago. That's kind of why I stopped watching Top Step for the resets, because I just felt myself just blowing them. All right, so we got a perfect entry here on ES so far. This is a good entry on this is a good amount of points on ES actually. Up about 6 points, 9 points. That's actually a pretty good entry on ES. Really good entry on Nasdaq. I think we could see a full rotation higher. Just waiting for the market to come to us, and we're capitalizing on these moves. Let me look at gold real quick. All right, so we'll see if gold, or the sellers are going to step up here. Nice one. And honestly, I should expect that from the ES. These instruments are not the Nasdaq. They're not the Nasdaq. They are not the Nasdaq. When you see a range like this, it's good to take profits the first test of that on gold and ES and stuff like that, because this is, I guess, for professional traders. You may not take profits at these areas, but everybody else will, because they've probably been burnt by the ES plenty of times. And a lot of people like to trade size with ES, so they're not even going to take a chance to allow price to come back on them. So from the top to the bottom, I think I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 10-point move right here. 98. Yeah, this is a 10-point move. So I'm not surprised that people took profits here at these highs. I'm not surprised by that. Oof. But we don't go for 10-point moves. We don't go for that. Mm. Uh, mm. Oh yeah. So Alfred, you said that you was trading gold last night. Uh, how was that? And how do you feel so far trading it? Fifty-fifty. Let me turn this off. I want to see something real quick because do I got VWAP on this damn thing? Oh, I don't got VWAP on this chart. That's interesting. I don't have VWAP on this chart. Oh, actually, yeah, I did. I was about to say, I was like, that's crazy. How the hell I don't have VWAP on this chart? Mm. So my VWAP kind of has the same Bollinger Bands that you was talking about. I'm actually see what that looks like. Let me see what that looks like. Let me see if gold is I mean if it makes gold easier to okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, never mind. I don't need all this stuff. I mean, I can I can look at the structure and tell if the market is going to go down or up or something like that. I'll just look at the structure. Never mind. I don't want to be away from that. All right, so we're good on that. All right, so we're also good on the ES. But we got those stop dots on the ES though, so we'll see if price is going to push past it. Looks like people took profits literally at those stop dots. All right, I mean, shit. We're up 10 points on this ES play, so I mean, if you're in this ES play with me, 10 points is a good area to take profits. You know what? Probably, honestly, I might. Mm, hmm. And probably like at that high right there. Yeah. Put that right there. Just at these ranges right here. Nasdaq is rejecting at her ranges too. If we can get a push past that, that would be great. It definitely does. Honestly, that's why I was going to trade ES and gold. But like I said, ES has just been so wicky. I don't like that. And choppy. And it just seems like it don't really have no sense of direction. And it has random pops. I don't know. I mean, this was a clean break of structure right here. If you waited for this break right here, that was a clean break of structure right there. You didn't necessarily have to even try it. I mean, you could have just sold the double top and a nice risk to reward trade here at this double top. But I mean, if you're going to do a price action entry, I mean, this break of structure right here was beautiful right here. All these stops underneath the, yeah, basically this is, now that I'm looking at it, trend line stops. I got hit. The bears or the bulls failed to hold it. The trend line stops got hit, but then the bears failed right here. I mean, price action is so beautiful when you can look at it and trust it. You got bears failing to hold and push off the 21 EMA. They failed. They pushed up. And this is why I was waiting for that re-entry right here, because the bears failed to push it down. So anybody that was selling right here, as soon as price came right back in here, they're going to get out at break even, which is going to help my buying position get to where it needs to go. And that's kind of why I was going to start focusing more on the ES and gold for the price action, because Nasdaq, she's just been pissing me off lately. I mean, you kind of got the same thing with Nasdaq, but it's always in hindsight because of just how fast and wild the Nasdaq is, and you have to be kind of quick on the draw with it. Well, there's not necessarily a trend line right here, but there is a range right here. All right, so it looks like I got one of my targets hit on Nasdaq, or maybe on gold. Oh, never mind, gold. Look at that. There we go, baby. There we go. There we go, baby. This is why I love gold. This is why I love gold right here. This is why I love gold. I really enjoy trading gold. My ES target's about to get hit. Man, we've had a lot of good trades this morning, and I hate to say it, but waiting for the market to come to you instead of chasing the markets. I mean, we've had so many good trades today. So many good trades. Look at that. We're up like 3K on gold, man. Crazy. It's not crazy. And that's not crazy. That's normal. That's normal. And we just need the bulls to buy off of this, hold this area right here and push higher. Hey, shit, we used to those, right? Especially if you down South Carolina, Georgia. I mean, that's what we used to, right? That's what we used to, right? We're used to that. We've come accustomed to that because that's all we got for real. That's all we got. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's all we got. That's all we got for real. Well, gain weight, yeah. So, I mean, I've already made maximum daily profit in my accounts. So I made 2K in this one, 2K in that one, 2K in my MFF account, and I'm trading in the sim because I hit maximum daily profit in all my other accounts. So it's not like I made all of my money today in the sim. I'm just respecting my maximum daily profit. That's it. And like I said, just respecting it. You know, this week I didn't have any losing accounts. I blew these accounts last week gambling, and this week, you know, I built this account up to 8K. I built this account up to 10K. I got two accounts ready for PA at 20K. I built this one up to 5K, just respecting my daily maximum daily profit, man, and not over trading. So, like I said, I hate to say it, but I think my gambling days may be over, man. Especially if I want to continue to be successful. And all right, let's hit these targets, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Gold. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Gold. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about, gold. That's what I'm talking about, gold. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then, dude, we didn't even get the perfect, like, we did not catch the perfect entry on gold. And that, I really enjoy that. We did not catch the perfect entry. We literally caught the breaker structure right here, scaled into it right here as it pulled back unnecessarily, but whatever. And we caught the drop. Hmm. I'll keep that in mind, game weight. For the most part, yeah, I think that is true. If one is going up, the other one's going down, right? Because of, I guess, what if the dollar is going down, then indices are going up and vice versa. And if the dollar is going down, hold on, if the dollar is going down, that means gold is going up, isn't it? Or if gold is going, yeah, if the dollar is going down, gold is going up. Or at least that's the correlation, right? And I thought the indices was also tied to the dollar. If the dollar was going down, then that means indices were going up too, right? Starting to see a pump in CL. Starting to see a CL pump. I'm going to actually reduce this one down a little bit. But like I said, great week this week. No, all my accounts are green this week. I love that. I love that. Love that. All my accounts this week is green. Oh yeah, my bad. Never mind. I did blow that one account on gold. I just remember that. Never mind. Well, the majority of my accounts are green this week. Gold did give me a wake up call this week. I forgot about that one. But that's the only account that I've blown this week. Well, technically, yeah, I did blow it, but it was an account that just had been renewed. So I didn't really put no work in that account. I didn't put any work, but technically, yeah, I still blew that account, but it's not an account that I was working on. It was just an Apex account that just renewed. Mm. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I can be where I want to be. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I can be where I want to be. Okay. All right. Mm. Yeah, that was a super pause moment right there, gang. Wait. I had to double read that. I was like, I mean, what did he mean by that? What do you mean by that? Super pause. All right. Mm, ain't nothing coming over to. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. All right. So we're about to get our first targets hit. Let's see if I think ES. All right. So we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Mm, mm. Yeah, we're almost there on both the Nasdaq, ES, and gold. All right, let's get that first target. As soon as we see that stop pop up, we good. As soon as we see the stop pop, we're good. Thank you. I appreciate that, Eric. I appreciate that. Yeah, patience does pays. It really does. My inner gambler hates that, but as I said earlier, if I want to continue to be successful, and I will also say this: I've only found continuous success trading this way. It's just that it's boring, but this is the right way to trade. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not, but I'm not going to also say that I'm having fun doing it. I do like the parts that I do like is seeing my plan come together, seeing how price pulls back into an area where I've identified as potential supplier demand, and the market working. I absolutely enjoy that. But there's that side that was like, man, I wish I want to do this and gamble at the same time. But I guess it don't work that way. So it definitely does not work that way.
Connection lost.
The most scariest sound on NinjaTrader 8 right there. Scary, scary. We got 4 minutes. Let's see if the Nasdaq is going to do exactly this. 4 points away this time, huh? 4 points. The Nasdaq is like, yeah, I gave him a couple of easy ones earlier. Can't let him off the hook that easy, right? Same thing with the ES. Same thing with the ES here. And I kind of felt like I kind of reduced my risk a lot here too. I'm not saying that price won't eventually hit my target, but it would have been nice to have hit it before, obviously, it retraced here. That would have been nice. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Eric. And unfortunately, even when you trade the Nasdaq, as fun as the Nasdaq should be to trade, you have to sit back and look at her and say, okay, I got to trade you patiently too. You're supposed to be the gambler of the trading community, or a gambler's dream where you can just get in anywhere and be profitable as long as you have enough hope. But that's not the case. It's not the case. Like early in the stream, we caught this good trade right here, just patiently waiting for price to come back up and retest this area right here. But, you know, based on the technicals here on this hourly chart, we should see price potentially run these highs. I'm looking at probably 525, 530, maybe 550. I do expect for us to see a rejection there. I do expect to see a rejection potentially right here, but I don't know if we're going to see a reversal. A rejection, but not in a reversal, because obviously the bears are going to break above that high. We're going to probably come back, and this is where the bears and the bulls are going to have to prove who wants it more. They're going to have to prove who wants it more, because if the bulls can hold that pullback, we can definitely see a continuation higher if we see them hold that pullback. Or if the bulls fail here, I mean, the only thing left for the bulls or the bears to do is to fill that gap. I mean, that's the only thing that they can do. And especially if the bears can get a break and a hold underneath that low, because obviously underneath this low is stops. And there's going to be enough stops underneath these lows to fuel that move lower because of that move that we've seen. So if we do get a stop run here, it's going to definitely go down. But I think that's highly unlikely. I do think that the bulls still have a lot more room for upside, but we'll definitely see though. We'll definitely see. All right, so let's see. Nasdaq, you trying to go for my break even instead of hitting that target? That's fine. Oh, just doing the same thing. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for me this week. We definitely had a good week this week. I think this is probably, yeah. The Ninja Trader 8 competition is next week. I will be trading that account, probably exclusively. I'll probably be focusing on that account next week. Hopefully we can get a run like we did this week with gold or potentially Nasdaq or ES. I'll probably trade all three instruments in that one account, and we'll see if we can get to the top of the leaderboards. I know Gangway says that he's going to take it seriously this time, so we'll see. We'll see. But all right, guys, we'll come back we'll come back Sunday night. And with that said, have a good weekend, everybody. Peace out.